Hey, it looks like I'm live, and you are going to be more live after you hear this. Guys, I don't know how much of my stuff you know about. I don't know how familiar you are with me. My assumption is if you're getting this as the free gift that I'm offering it as, then you kind of know me and you have at least a sense of who I am, what I do, kind of what my ethical and moral position on marketing and client service is. But I'm just going to break it down for you real quick. I've been in this industry for about 11 years now, 10 and a half years. I didn't plan to become a marketing guy, a lead generation guy, but I got so frustrated trying to figure out how to do this stuff and all the empty promises and smoke and mirrors. I just started doing it myself. I started documenting my process, and little by little, I kind of just built up a reputation as a guy who can get this shit done for you. And so there's two things that are about to happen here. One is I'm going to walk you through step by step how you can start getting new leads. I mean, we're talking 72 hours or even less, depending on how fast you can take action, how much you can get out of your own way, how much you can understand that your brain's going to try to trick you into distractions, and don't fall for it and just do what the fuck you're about to learn here. And the other thing is, many of you still, even after you learn what I'm about to teach you, many of you don't have the time, you don't have the bandwidth, you don't want to be spending your time marketing because you're not that kind of a coach. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so understand that everything I'm teaching you here, I also offer as a service. And before you get into any of the other potential kind of possible ways that you could use this service, understand that the foundational service, the basic service that will absolutely get you new leads week in and week out that you can talk to, you can nurture, close, whatever. This works every 100% of the time that it's used. I know that's a crazy claim, but I'm leveraging reciprocity here. I'm leveraging trust. And so it actually makes sense when you realize that there's no weirdness here. There's no bait and switch. There's no, none of the stuff that makes us reluctant to trust marketing. Okay. This is as pure a process as I've ever come up with. So listen up and then understand, as you can see right there on that ticker tape, you can book a call with me to find out how I can do this for you. I'll do all of this for you, but here goes. First thing you have to do, and this assumes you have some level of audience. Obviously you can't market to no one and expect to have anything happen. So assuming you have some level of audience, then the first thing you have to do is start to create short, high value, free mini trainings just like this one. Now, how do you know what mini trainings you need to create? Well, it's pretty easy actually. And I shouldn't say easy, I should say simple, because this took me 11 years to figure out. But now that I've figured it out, it's like, it makes so much sense. What you do is you find a quiet place and you have a pen and a paper or whatever your preferred work style is, and you really get into what are the main fears, resistances, and objections that my prospects have. And you want to be as complete on this as you can. So on average, you should be able to come up with 15 to 25 variations and really get granular. There's nothing too silly or far-fetched here. What you need is a clear list. Yeah, list of what are the things that make people say no. Is it time? Is it money? Is it trust? Is it all of those? Is it specific to your industry? Is it competition? Like, you get clear on this. Or again, I'll do it for you, but get clear on this. And once you've come up with a list of all the objections you can dream up, then this is probably the only hard part, by the way. Then you have to figure out how you can create a training, a mini training that speaks to that objection without being over the top. right? You don't need to say things like, because I know this is your objection, I created this training. Let that all just be implied. I know that time, money, and trust are typically the big three. And so a lot of the free trainings I make show you how to save time, right? Show you how to make more money, right? And show you how to earn trust. And so, do you see what I'm saying? So, once you get the list of objections, you have to do some clever work here and some thinking work, some deep thought work, but that's okay. You signed on for that. And you create a list of trainings that will speak to those objections. Then you simply create the trainings. That's it. Create them, put them out on Facebook or whatever your preferred platform is, and offer them for free to people. When people say yes to the free gift you're giving them, you then need to follow a very specific process to take them from conversation in the comments of the post over to Messenger. And here, I've never given this away before, but here's how it goes. When somebody says yes, you go to their comment and you acknowledge it. You say, okay, great, Joe. Can I send you a message? And then you wait for them to say yes. When they say yes, you go to their DMs and send them the message. Then you go back to the comment and you tell them that this rhythm is important. You want to offer the thing, wait for them to say yes, ask for permission to send, wait for them to say yes, send it, go back and say that you sent it, and now you've done the process of moving them into Messenger in a way that not only is completely transparent, and so there's no surprises, but also in a way that boosts the algorithm for your post, right? And so you want to go back and forth deliberately. Now, you may not have time for this. You may need to train a setter for this, but that's okay, right? The point is it's got to be this back and forth volleying. It's good for the algorithm. It buys micro commitment from the person. It's just good all the way around. Now, when you get them in Messenger, I'm going to go quickly over this. You don't just drop the freebie to them. You check in first. Hey, Joe, thanks for raising your hand. Did you want to get your hands on that training? They will say yes. Then you do this exactly. Okay, sounds good. Give me just a second. Then you pause. Then you send the link across after you've paused. Trust me when I say you want to follow this exactly. Send the link across after you've paused, and say to them, here's the training you requested. And then you can say either, so that I know this is relevant to you, what is it that you do? Or you can say, I'm curious, how do you see this helping you right now? Both of those are very gentle questions that will lead in to an invited conversation about their business. Once you have that permission, that response from them, you can start your normal qualifying process. Now, this alone will get you leads. It'll get them for you as fast as you can do it. So if you take 5, 6, 7 days sort of laboring over the perfect freebie, you've missed the plot completely. Just fucking get it done and get it out there. I can't stress this enough. I see so many people overthinking to the nth degree and then turning around and saying, I can't figure out why I don't get any clients. It's because you're stuck. You got to take action and learn along the way. You have to. That's the only way, except you can have somebody do it for you. And that's me. Now, I promised you I'd show you how to get leads like clockwork. I promised you I'd show you how to get them in as little as 72 hours or less. And I've just done that. By the way, this is not hyperbole. It's not exaggeration. I've never had anyone do this and not get leads. Not ever. The only people who don't get leads are the ones who overcomplicate it, overthink it, second guess themselves, and or wind up not doing it. So far, this thing has 100% track record. And look, I want to qualify this by saying, if you know me, You know, I don't buy that hype. I am not about the over the top bullshit kind of marketing stuff. So, guys, when I tell you this works, you can either trust me, take action, and find a whole new world of opportunity that's been waiting there for you the whole time, or you can be skeptical, cynical, and you just fuck off down the road and whatever. That's your choice. But I'm telling you, this works. This works. Now, how do you supercharge it? How do you make it even better? Well, there are a few things. In order to keep people paying attention to you, and so that you don't come across as somebody who just shows up to make an offer, you need engagement content, right? And I have run Facebook groups. Currently, I'm running 15 Facebook groups for clients and myself. And in the past, I've run another 10 or 12 or something like that, a lot. I've run enough to know that regardless of the niche, regardless of the industry, and regardless of any of those things that people think are the reasons they're struggling, this process works. This process works on your profile. It works in your Facebook group, okay? It'll work in your school group. It'll work in your circle group. Anywhere you have people gathered together for one thing, one reason, this will work. And I say that because it's never failed yet. The only times it's failed is when people didn't do it or overthought it, came back to me and said it doesn't work, and I troubleshoot it with them and find out it is 100% because they are not following instructions. This is the golden gauntlet, you guys, and it gets even better. Let me ask you this. What if you could just stay, dead in your zone of genius? I don't know what kind of a coach or service provider you are, but I make the assumption you're good at what you do. And I make the assumption that for most of you, you never signed on to have to learn marketing, right? You want to coach. You want to help the world by doing what you do. So what if there was a service that dropped your entire weekly content strategy, including your lead magnets, your freebies, into your inbox Monday mornings? What if you could have that? And all you had to do was take the cut and paste content and post it and sit down for 30 minutes a week to follow the instructions to create your freebie and follow the instructions to create one, what I call a pillar post every week. And pillar posts are content that we can't write for you. It has to do with your backstory. It has to do with your life experiences. And these are very powerful for giving people access to not just your services, but you. And this is a game changer, in case you don't know that already. Given the choice, we will buy from somebody we feel a kinship with over somebody we don't every time. If we believe that both people have a solution to our problem, we will buy from the person we feel like we like every time. And so you need to have in your content strategy, you need to be giving people the opportunity to feel like they're getting closer to you. So we drop all this in your inbox every Monday morning. And as if that weren't enough, we have a suite of additional services we can offer you, such as a part-time appointment setter / VA who, get this, we train and manage for you. Think about that. Not only do you only have 30 minutes a week to worry about, making content to push your brand forward, but we will also take care of all the follow-up for you so that you just get qualified people put on your calendar. Now, you may think that something like this would cost thousands of dollars, and in the future, it very well might. But as of today, which, hang on, is Monday, August 19th, right now, to get the content strategy delivered to your door basically every week, and to have access to my support and training for your setter, $600 a month. It's $600 a month to have it taken care of for you. So listen, what have I done here? What I've done here is I've shown you how, if you follow what I've just said, you can get leads pretty much on tap. I've also told you that most of you still don't want to have to learn marketing. You'd rather just do what you're good at. And so I've shown you that I've developed a service as a subscription for, really, compared to other marketing training courses and lead generation and client acquisition courses, it's insane. Those will often cost 5 figures, very commonly. This is $600 a month with $1,000 first month because of the onboarding costs. Now, you want to learn more, follow the link on the page below this video and book a call with me. But do me a favor, don't book a call unless you're really at least serious about it. You may say no, of course. It may not work out to be a good fit for you, but don't book the time just to kick tires. You know what I mean? Out of respect for me. You can message me in Messenger if you have a few questions. That's totally cool. But when it comes to booking a call, at least have some level of intent. That's all I ask. Take this, run with it, thrive, or have us do it for you and thrive even more. The choice is yours, my friends. Thank you very much.